Remember what a healthy imagination feels like? I am starting to remember, but I still barely do. There's this image that I'm carrying of being a kid and wandering around, and time seems to last forever, and everything is alive, and there's a cloud that looks like a dinosaur, and the ants are doing some crazy stuff, and I don't know, the light, you're like blinking really quickly, and it's funny, and I don't know, like there's a rock, and his name is Steve. It's all very fun, right? You're small, and the world is open, and you haven't been conditioned by everything being literal. So, okay, that's fine. Like, how do you reconnect with that place? And can you? Like, I think that it's possible. I've been doing this practice that sort of emerged naturally out of the need for engaging with the world this way. And I shorthand it as studio time. And the studio for me has always been a fun place, in the sense of a physical studio where art can be made and media can be made and collaboration happens, but also a sort of internal space of working with what is calling to my imagination. So, studio time for me is time in the day where I drop out of sort of consensus reality. No critics are allowed. It's a playful space. Um, Pressure doesn't exist there. And the orientation is to giving voice to what is calling in the imagination. The place that I can drop into it most readily is with doodling. Um, and so what I like to do is drop down on the floor in this room, my office, and set up a pillow, grab a tablet or some paper, and just probably put on some music and just feel into what is calling. And the images that are speaking are things that have been there since I was a kid. Some are new, some are from media that I've been watching, and it's good to notice that what's coming in from the outside, what is stoking the fire of my imagination from the inside, and just doodling out. It doesn't need to be good. It often isn't. And this starts to develop a little bit of a flow state, and it feels very nutritious. There is no point to it. It's sort of for the sake of it. And there are a bunch of different forms, and I'd be curious if other people are doing this kind of thing. I'm sure they are. If you are, tell me in comments. I also do a bit of this like with sort of poetry and like story writing. Like, images or scenes will come to me, and I just start writing them out, and let the story tell me where it wants to go. I'm not focused on prose or the thing like flowing really well. Very often I don't need to be because it wants to tell. So this is a little bit of like taking the adult hands off the wheel, and letting I don't know, the kids that are inside me goof around. So studio time. Make room for it. It's really nice, and it's good for your imagination. Imagination fuel. Cool.